Hello there everybody, this is Graham, also known as the Collector75. Welcome to another Transformers Revenge of the Fallen review. This time we are looking at the Voyager class Starscream, and if I'm honest, this is probably my favourite version of Starscream out of the live action films. I just really do like this version. Now you'll have to forgive mine because he does have a slightly bent nose cone there. I think that's just the way he was been stored for the last 8-9 years in a container. I probably could sort of like straighten it out, but it's one of those things. But other than that, he's a really sleek aircraft, and I love the transformation. I just love how it's different. It's not just a plane on a robot really with a plane on his back. I like that about this figure. The only thing I don't like is the fact that you've got his robot hands just hanging out the back, and you've got these machine guns there, which are visible. If they could have done something to hide that, that would have been really good. In my opinion, this is better than the leader class, because the leader class is a great figure, but it's more chunkier underneath, so you've got less, it looks less sleek. But that's still an amazing figure. I think I reviewed that one a long time ago. But this is just great. You can imagine this just... I just love this F-22. I really do. I really do like it. I was always a bit gutted in the films that he wasn't an F-15. But like they said, well, that was the plane of the late 70s and early 80s or whatever. But this is the modern. And... it's great. Well, then again, is there a better plane now? Because this is like 10 years old, this plane. Well, at least. But who knows? Right, so anyway, he does have some landing gear. You can flip it out. It's in there somewhere. Just to give it, so you can land, basically. He's got some other landing gear you can flip out. But that's about it for this mode. He does have a couple of missiles, and I don't know what I've done with them now. But, as usual, I don't really like the missiles. I'm not going to flip them out. They're a bit boring. Right, so we're going to flip that away. But he just looks great. I love all the tattoos on him. I love that about these films. I loved all that. So it really doesn't put me off him at all. And he's just a great looking aircraft. Yeah, there we go. I don't believe his cockpit opens, but you can see in there for some detail. I don't know if it's going to come out too well. Let me try moving my little light just back a bit. You can see sort of like the cockpit where bloke can sit and everything like that. But I like it. Right, let's transform this. See if I can remember how to transform this. I've literally just transformed this back from robot mode. So we are going to just disconnect them from here. Fold these bits up. Then we're going to do these bits sort of like come down past these arms. This whole section now rotates upwards or just out even. It's like a few bits at each other, which is a bit annoying, but once you get it there, you're alright. Right, so these rotate up there. These are going to collapse inwards, sort of like that. We'll come back to them in a minute. Like that, so we'll get those ready just like that. Just bend them in slightly, alright, and that's them ready. Then we are going to get this little nose cone. That is going to rotate in like that. Then we are going to come around to this. Now this is where it starts to look a bit of a mess, unfortunately, but it does work out very well. You sort of like start opening bits out. Bits are going to clatter into each other, which is a bit annoying, but when you get where you're going, it's actually pretty good. This stays up there. This is going to rotate out. It's going to become his legs. These rotate inwards and sort of move around there. Now this, which was his back wings, rotate inwards and have become his mech. Is it Mech Alive that they had in Revenge of the Fallen? That rotates out. That's going to collapse. And that's his arm. We're going to come back to that later. Fold that up. Rotate that up. Get his arm out of the way. As you can see, it's sort of taking shape now. And then this rotates up here. Now there's a little section just in here. You can see this little black knobbly bit, and there's a little tab just here. Now that is going to go into there, and I like it how this all fits together, forms his chest, because you sort of just ain't expecting it, so you got to get both of those in there. And as you can see, there's a little peg that these both all clip into, and when you've got it right, I'm going to show the Mech Alive feature now. If you twiddle his head, all these gears should start moving. Don't know how well that is going to come out. And that is it, really. It's a bit piss poor, to be honest, but it's cool that they add that. Right, so then these do something. I can't remember what these do now. Maybe oh, that's the way they rotate out, that's why. Right, so these rotate up and around like that. Sort of like just hang around here. These are going to be his legs. They rotate around. And then we are going to extend them. And then that gives him his weird chicken leg look thing, which is a bit annoying. His legs are the biggest letdown on this figure. Some might argue that the whole figure is a letdown, but for me, I like it. So, it's not. Right, so that rotates around, that comes around here. And then we've got Starscream pretty much in his robot mode. And then you can do what you want with these wings on the top. You can sort of angle these wherever you want. You can sort of do that. Have it up. It's really all down to your personal preference, I find. Again, with the arms, you can have them out here. You can do what you want with them. They don't really lock into any place, as far as I can see. Maybe they're supposed to, but be buggered if I can see anywhere where they lock into. So, you know, I just sort of have them hanging around, really. They definitely don't lock in, I'm sure of it. Anyway, I like it where they don't. So they just sort of like hang around here. Right, so that is Starscream, and he has quite a cool little head sculpt. I like that. That is probably the best one. I did have the original Starscream out of the first film. I was never that keen on it, and I'm sure, well, I can't find it now, so I'm sure I did sell it at the time, especially when I got this one, because this was a better figure. I'm sure I've got Protoform Starscream from the first film. I don't think I sold that, but I can't seem to find it anywhere. Maybe I did. I don't know. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame, really. If I can find it, then I shall do a video on it. But I'm going back to my parents' house, hopefully next week. Depending on when you watch this, I might have already uploaded that video. This one may just sort of like, you know, be uploaded in a few weeks or tomorrow. Who knows? I don't always like uploading them as soon as I've done the actual video on this one. I sort of like do loads and then just upload it as I sort of think that video deserves to be uploaded. Like, for example, I've just uploaded my Transmetal Beast Wars Megatron video, but I'd done that a couple of months ago. It was one of the first ones I'd done from my Loft Haul video. He did break in a couple of places, but I did fix it, and then I was umming and ahhing trying to get another one off eBay, and then some guy from America really messed me about big style, but it sort of worked out in the end, kind of. Didn't really get the figure I wanted, but I didn't lose any money. I actually gained some. So there you go. Anyway, I'm rambling on a bit there. I like this figure. I really do like it, apart from the legs, yeah, are a bit awkward and a bit awful, but that's how he looked in the film, so, you know, maybe someone can tell me if these arms are supposed to lock in somewhere. I can't find anywhere for them to lock in, and I quite like them like it, so, you know, I'm not that bothered. But I love the machine gun look. Yeah, and like I say, you could put the missiles in and they just fire out like, you know, what missiles do. So I don't think we're missing anything. But it's a cool figure. I like it. Right, this has been Graham, the Collector 75. I'm going to end this review there. Please rate, comment and subscribe. You can also support this channel in the links below using the, I think it's the Ko-fi link that I've got. Yes, right. Bye for now.